Welcome to Overly Opinionated. Rest in peace to fallen kings.
Free the guys.
Free the guys for sure. Before we get into the topic, I just want to say, being honest on this joint is causing some problems.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, man, we look too good.
Yeah. It comes up in an argument every time I argue.
Yep. I got into an argument. Not only did I get into an argument, but our argument episode caused an argument in my house.
It didn't cause it, but it was a part of it. So for some reason, they hear the episode and don't think there's a journey to get to what we aim for in that argument episode. They think there's no journey. It's just the end of it.
We done now.
Like,
you healthy, boy.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
I've definitely been hearing about that episode more than I want to.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it puts a lot of pressure on us for when we do get into an argument where it's like, oh, where all that healthy shit go? Where that boy?
I heard that too much. Where
that boy from the podcast go?
Oh my God.
He never would have spoken to me like this.
And that makes me want to flip some shit. Like that is like a jab from Tyson.
You know what upsets me the most?
What?
Is that they're right. Like, being able to acknowledge it and not being able to enact it really upsets me. Like, it makes me feel less adequate. The fact that I can acknowledge it and make a podcast about it. I can speak for an hour on it, but I can't enact it when it's happening.
But my thing is, the reason why I'm upset about it is because they expect me to be perfect. Like, there's no more of the unhealthy behavior. That's not why I did that episode.
I don't think that the expectation is that you're perfect right now. It's that you know what to do. Like, I listened to you know what to do. Do it, bro. And they're like, that's not an unreasonable expectation.
Yeah, but for them, it's easier said than done, though. Like, that's assuming they're doing it.
No, you need to do it.
But
they don't have a podcast.
That's a fact.
They don't have a podcast.
A fact. But I had to tell her, like, it's I try to do it, but I do again. I'm not perfect. I revolt back to the old me. It cancels out when I see you want to go down this road.
Yeah,
baby, I ride with you. Like, so even though I don't want to ride down here, I'm gonna ride with you. Like, I get in the mode, and when I see myself get in that mode, I'll try to shut it down. But sometimes she's just too far ahead.
No, you want to know what I got?
What?
I don't know. I mean, the episode was good, but you admitted that sometimes you won't let me have it. Like, you'll lie and say that, like, what I said didn't happen, but it did. Like, you weren't trying to belittle me, but, like, you really were. Like, you'll say that you were actually arguing a point, but you really weren't. And it's like, no, that's true. Like, I wasn't saying that to, like, bring back, like, scars or nothing, but I understand how it could. Yeah,
that's
like,
what it did.
And you know what, man? I just got to take that. Like, I really do have to take that because I did. Like, I was honest there in a way that I hadn't realized I hadn't been honest in the past.
See, that's the thing. The only thing she should have took was her phone. No more podcasts for her. We not recording today, baby.
Yeah, when I'm healthy, baby, you can just turn off the... Like, as soon as I start saying anything that you feel is honest, you might as well just go ahead and log on off.
That's where I get, for some reason, I don't know. I was never this type of guy, but I get so passionate to talk about relationships now.
Really? You weren't that kind of guy before?
Never. I almost never gave a fuck.
Why is that?
I don't know, but I'm sure my fiance has something to do with it. I'm positive.
Yeah, of course.
But
when you say relationships, you mean romantic relationships?
Yes. But I don't mind talking about, like, friendships or any types of relationships at all. But I'm more passionate about romantic ones.
I'm so passionate about... It's interesting that you've gotten to that point because I've always been so passionate about the way that people interact. Like, human interaction, human behavior. Mm-hmm. It's like the most interesting thing in the world to me. So,
really?
Yeah, because it happens almost subconsciously. Almost fully subconsciously. Like, when you interact with someone, you both have so many beliefs that go into that interaction that never get spoken, that you don't even have to actively think about. It's just happening behind the scenes, yet it's forcing you to behave or speak a certain way. And it always interests me how few people like actually break down what's going on in a relationship that they have with somebody. Like they're just going through the motions of like their emotions.
Like, why would you though?
To get better at it. When you just go through the motions, there are a lot of assumptions made that are detrimental to the situation. Just like what we were talking about last week, you might take this as disrespect. You might think that I'm trying to say one thing, and you're gonna fly off the handle, start arguing with me about it when I didn't even mean that. Like that's not the conversation I was trying to have. I wasn't intending to hurt you. And then you might get defensive when they assume that you were trying to upset them. You might get defensive and, oh yeah, gloves are off now. If you both realize that might not be the case, there's a chance that goes better.
Yeah. But also, like, I think that kind of put a lot of pressure on when you go to meet new people.
It does.
Like, so would you rather eliminate that pressure and just do what you normally do?
But what you normally do can be healthy. Like, you can just be better at it. Like, that pressure doesn't have to be, like, a negative pressure. It could just be, like we were talking about last week, it could just be a pressure of aligning with your values. Like, as long as you're behaving the way that you know is the healthy way that you want to behave, that's fine. If you're being honest in this new situation, like, you're meeting somebody for the first time, and you don't want to have small talk.
Yeah.
Like, you want to avoid small talk. As soon you can address that immediately, like, "Hey, how's the weather out there?" Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm totally down with having a conversation with you right now. It just has to be more than surface.
So, do you think that's where people who deal with anxiety come from? They think about that first interaction of how to present themselves.
They probably think about. I think the way that like that social anxiety thing works. Yeah. I think it's you planning out all of the different outcomes and not being able to behave in reality because you're trying to avoid different outcomes or you're trying to force certain outcomes. And I think it's the inability to get outside of your head and get into the actual situation because of your fear or...
Do you have that?
Trepidation. Sometimes.
I don't think I have it. I just don't simply like people. I don't think I like it. Like, too many people is a no-go for me.
Too many people is one thing, but not liking people is another thing. Like, you could meet one person. I have introduced you to people.
Yeah, but not willingly. Like,
yeah, willingly.
Okay. All due respect to him, but if you told me, let me pick if he was to come over or not, I would have told him to stay his ass on. Every single time. But that's not my house to do that shit. Right?
And also, you were wrong, right?
Oh, I was 100% wrong. Like, yeah, shout out to, I told you, I texted you, cool ass dude. Definitely Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jordan, you a cool ass dude. Like, I actually thought about asking him for his number because I would love to speak with him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, for me, not having that is sometimes just better than risking possibly a great friendship. Not having to do that.
Even when you know that the possibilities are positive?
But are they for sure?
It wouldn't be a possibility if it was for sure, would it?
Then, hey, yeah, it's just not worth it to me.
That's interesting, bro.
It's really not.
That sounds lonely as fuck.
Happy lonely, I guess. Like, I interact when I have to. But if you put the ball in my court, most likely won't interact.
Now this is this is an intriguing segue into this because the way that we met was a way like I wouldn't have assumed.
Wow, that's a fact.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, you want to tell it?
So I met Savon through my sister Kiana. Shout out to Kiana. She's the reason Overly Opinionated exists in the first place. part of the reason, not solely the reason, but part of the reason. But she was like, I got a friend. He been wanting to do a podcast, and it was like an interview. The reason I met Savon, like, so she gave me his number, and we just text. Like, we didn't speak on the phone. I don't remember our first phone call, honestly, but we just text. It was, I don't want to say I was nervous. It was
no, you was nervous.
I won't call it nervous.
No.
You
was about to meet your long lost dad. You didn't know how to act, bro.
Nah,
that was. You didn't want people to know that.
That was years later on, but it was like, I didn't have a problem being on a podcast. That's the only reason why I did it. Like, I thought about doing one. Like, me and our friend Darrell thought about doing one, but it was just a talk thrown out there. But then when you said something, like, I was like, all right, I'll go for it. And that's how we met.
You was ready to, like, bandwagon on one that seemed like, oh, if this is really going to happen, like...
Yeah. Right. No effort, no work. I just show up.
Yeah, so on my side, I was battling with depression, hard body, because my younger brother had just died. And my older brother had been dead for 2 years.
So when I met you... How long from your young brother?
Less than a year.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that till this moment right here.
Yeah, less than a year.
Wow.
And it was I didn't realize how much it was fucking with me not having somebody to speak to the way that I used to speak to them. Mm-hmm. But I was telling your sister, again, big shout out Kiana, I was telling her how, like, we were going to start this podcast. And when I told her the first time when D had, like, real recently died, like, less than a month later, I was dealing with depression and I hit her up about it. She was like, and mainly because, like, she's a mutual friend of me and my younger brother. Mm-hmm. And I told her that we were planning on starting this podcast. And she was like, that would have been great. I wish I would have, like, I would love to listen to that. And I was telling her how I want to start this podcast, but I don't know who I'm going to have a podcast with. Like, I don't think that I would be good enough just talking to myself. But I think I could have good conversations as long as I had someone to speak to that could also have good conversations. She responds with, I don't know if this is going to work, but I think my younger brother would be a great co-host. If nothing else, he would annoy you enough to be funny to hear you get annoyed with him on the podcast. And I told her immediately, bro. I mean, my very first instinct was, I don't have high hopes for this. Like, we could literally look up the transcripts, and I told her directly, like, look, send the number, but I don't have high hopes for this whatsoever. And she was like, that's understandable, but just give it a shot. She sent your number. I hit you up. And I think within the first 5 text messages, you said something about battle rap. And I was like, oh, nigga, we friends. Because that's not a common...
At all.
That's not really common at all. So, yeah, that was pretty immediately like, oh, yeah, no, you a good dude. But it makes me question, with how little you like meeting new people, why would that have been viable whatsoever?
I really don't know the answer to that. Because I wouldn't have been upset. Like, my expectations was low too. Like, cause I didn't talk to Ken like that often. I was like, what's up? So my expectations was more like, okay, I interview you, you fuck with me or you don't. It's that simple. Like, I didn't expect to be texting you every day 4 years, 5 years later now. Like, I was not expecting that. So because, like, I wouldn't have been upset with either outcome, I was willing to do it. That's why. I think that's the only reason.
Man, that's but it is surprising knowing you now how little you fuck with, like, being in that situation.
Yeah.
It's how serendipitous,
like,
that this is where we are now.
I have a question for you. As long as I know you, what was the moment you knew I was going to be a good fit for the podcast? If you remember.
Man, you want me to be totally honest? Like, 100% honest with you, bro?
Uh-huh.
The Overly Opinionated pilot.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
Why so late?
Because you are a loose fucking cannon. I thought your goal might be to just say the craziest shit that you believe. Because you believe some crazy shit. Like, you are really, you are insane sometimes. Like, the way that you get out sometimes, bro, like, it is insane. And I didn't expect for you to be as open as you are on this podcast.
Really?
Like, I was afraid that you weren't going to be as emotionally available for the podcast. And I thought that you were going to be the shock value Darian that we get often in the group chat, which I think that's great content. I just don't know if it's the podcast that I want. And I was afraid that the podcast just wasn't going to be what I wanted. I just didn't know until we recorded the episode about grief when you actually opened up in a very real way.
So you don't think ever in the group chat I ever opened up?
Definitely.
So, like, why would...
I couldn't bank on that. Do you understand that?
But why not? I'm curious. Why not? Have I ever showed you signs of not being myself?
No, it's not about not being yourself. It's which self you were going to be. And your emotionally available self isn't always the one that's there. You would have to agree with that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I feared because I want to be as open on this podcast as we can muster.
Same.
Like, if I can tell a story that might seem embarrassing, I want to do it. And that's something that I couldn't guarantee from you.
Gotcha. So you think you thought like I cared about how I looked more than being genuine? No. I thought that your genuine self would want to protect your emotions the way that you usually do. Versus, you are most open on this podcast. I'm calling you Cat.
You serious?
I don't think so. You ask him a question, I'll tell you. Even in chat, like. It's just... I think it's different because it's more of a... It's feel more personal. Because it's like... I'm sharing it with everyone instead of just two people.
Sure. Here, so I think... And I
think that means a little more.
I completely understand where you're coming from because I'm not trying to say that you aren't genuine. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm trying to say. But here is the example that I'll give in my argument. We talked about grief before, right?
Yeah.
In the group chat before, right? And how we feel about it, how we like live with it, right? I didn't know that you hadn't seen your cousin until that day that we recorded that podcast.
But the only thing, I don't want to give an excuse, but whenever we talk, am I always doing something?
Maybe.
But now my full attention is on this.
Now my point is, before your full attention was on here, how could I know that you were going to have a conversation different than we've always had?
Yeah. So, okay, so the conversations we did have off of recording, was that not what you want your podcast to be?
Not always, no. Sometimes we would strike gold, bro. This podcast, you know what? While we're here, let me be totally honest. We have gotten, me personally, I have gotten contacted probably 3 times now asking me, what is it that you want your podcast? Is this supposed to be a philosophy podcast? Is this supposed to be like a self-help podcast? Is this a health and wellness podcast? And honestly, no. None of those things is what I was expecting the podcast to be. I think I'm okay with it being that. It's just, I'm a little surprised that it's not what I expected it to be, but it's not something that I don't want it to be.
Yeah, so...
I think what I wanted the podcast to be was more like a Joe Rogan or Joe Budden, where it's just a conversation that is usually funny.
Mm-hmm.
and there's some realness to it.
We never really asked each other what we wanted this to be.
I know.
So, all I want this to be, or like the end goal for me, is a normal conversation, and the listeners feel like I'm a part of this. Like, this is my group chat. Like, that's the end goal. Like, I want them to feel like the people who don't have friends, these are my friends.
Yeah.
Like if when you listen to this, I want you to hit up Overly Opinionated on Instagram and message us. Like, if you got something in your mind,
anything,
like, we will respond. Like, that's all I want. Like, it's really hard for some people to make friends. Like, I want them to know, like, you're accepted here. You can talk to us. We'll talk to you about anything, and that's it. Like, we can laugh, have a serious conversation, whatever you need to talk about, we'll talk about it. And that's all I ever wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I think I had an expectation outside of my desire. So the expectation was that it would be as hilarious as our group chat is.
Yeah.
Our group chat makes me die laughing on a daily basis. But I think what I want the podcast to be, because my favorite podcasts are conversations that I wish I was a part of, or I feel like I'm a part of, and I wish that this thing had been said or that thing had been said. Like, I'm intrigued by the conversation, and it's not constrained.
Yeah. I don't want it to feel forced or fabricated at all. I don't ever want it to feel that way.
And I completely agree with you that what I want the podcast to be is interactive feeling. Like, I want it to feel like, damn, I wish they had said this. And then you tell us that. Like, oh, they made a good point here, but, and you give us that but. Pause. But, like, you know, tap in and genuinely have the conversation, because we do want you to be a part of the conversation.
Even if it's negative, too. Like,
yeah, all of it.
That's the one thing, like, so far, I haven't heard a negative or read a negative comment yet, and that makes me think they're not being genuine, and I don't like that at all.
No, we just nice.
Yeah, I can accept that, too. I have my moves, like, we really them niggas, but then it's like, damn, are they being honest, like?
Yeah, I've gotten enough honesty. So, I've gotten enough where it's not like a bad thing, but just it's not they speak. Like, opening up with grief, I knew was a risk. I knew that, like, this isn't what people want for their entertainment all the time. Oh. Like, people don't want deep conversations for their entertainment all the time. And you know what, man? That's respectable. Like, I can understand that. I don't want to shy away from it. I love deep conversations for entertainment, because it is what matters to me. Like, I want to have conversations that matter to people. Yeah. And when it matters, you feel inclined to be having that conversation too. That's something that matters to me. So, but we've gotten some feedback from that grief episode that is just like, no, I mean, it was good, but it's not what I want to listen to. And it's like, that makes all the sense in the world. Yeah. Like, definitely.
And honestly, that's not even a negative review.
Right.
So.
Right. But that is more honest than, oh no, everything you do is great. Everything you do is amazing. Can't wait till next Wednesday.
I can't stand the yes man.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that is what I want this podcast to be. And I think what I want the podcast to be will change based on, like, what the podcast is. But only in slight ways where, like, I don't want it to be like self-help grief every time. Like, this is what you should be doing. I don't know shit, man. I'm just overly opinionated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
so 4 or 5 episodes in, like, what do you feel like it is now?
What it is right now is exactly what I was desiring. It's just a couple homies chopping it up on the podcast, having real conversations. These are conversations that we would have outside of the pod.
That's a fact.
And it would be way longer than an hour.
Yeah.
But conversations between a couple homies that other people would tune into. And when I say tune into, I mean, if we were in public having this conversation and somebody, like, jumped in and shared their opinion, I would love that
so
shit.
Much. So much.
And that is what this is right now.
So, and text us or message us now and tell us what y'all think so far, like, where we're at. of what type of episode we are, because I'm curious of what
Podcast.
they think. Podcast,
Yeah.
we are, because I'm really curious about that.
Yeah, so I think I've said this before, but in the moment of making a podcast, like setting up the accounts and such, you have to choose what genre you're in. And on some of these websites, you can only choose one.
Yeah.
And because of the kinds of conversations that we have, I chose comedy. And bro, it has been so little comedy up to this. Like there is so little. It should have been like lifestyle or something. We should have like philosophy or something. Definitely searching through the comedy podcast is not going to get you what you're looking for here.
That's a fact. They're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
But also, I think that it's really hard to nail down what this is in like a genre form.
It's really such a mix.
But so far, I'm loving it, man.
Yeah, same.
So far, I'm loving it.
Right.
And I really appreciate you. I've told you this off air, and very genuinely, I really appreciate the openness that you approach this podcast with, because you're a closed off dude.
Bro, I don't think so, man.
You're a bit closed off.
To the ones I talk to the most, I really don't think I am, man. I really don't think so. I just don't believe that.
In the moments in which you could express the way that you feel and why, that happens most here and not in conversations outside of the podcast.
Only because this has my full attention.
Sure. I'm not telling you why it is. I'm just expressing that from the outside, best case scenario is we get Darian on the podcast to see what it is that he's dealing with.
But no, you gotta switch that. I need Darian's full attention, like if I want to.
But I don't know. All I know is that when I get the most emotion out of Darian is when he's dealing with his daughter, or when we're on the podcast.
See,
and now that might mean because these are the things that have your full attention. But whatever the reasoning be, these are the times where you are most emotional.
I think the next time is when I'm on the game. If you're on the game with me when I'm on the game, we can have the same type of conversation.
Well, as long as you get to call people dog shit.
But yeah, that comes with it though. Like,
sure.
No matter what conversation.
No, but I definitely appreciate the way this is going, because this is the path that feels right to me.
And it's funny because for the listeners who don't know me, they think this is just what I am, like open, like you, like nah.
Yeah,
they probably walk up to me, try to no, like no, it's not that type of party. Like I'm closed off in that aspect when it comes to public.
But what's really interesting about that is just a second ago, you asked however many listeners we get on this podcast to contact you, or you said if we were having this conversation in public, you would want someone to feel inclined and come and have it with you,
but keep the personal space up. Like the moment,
it was 6 feet before COVID.
Like for real, like the moment you get too close, it's like I'm done with this. Like this is not for me. But again, I love to hear people talk, and it's funny because I have to be a part of the conversation. That's why I don't think I like listening to podcasts. Because I don't get the shit. People don't hear me mid conversation unless I message them. So that's why it's not my type of thing. I'll join your live message. We can talk. If you can't hear my opinion right now, I don't want to listen to it. That's kind of weird on my part, or selfish, I would say.
Well, do you validate the people who feel that same way about your podcast, or would you rather them give it a listen?
No, I understand. I wouldn't be upset,
right?
Because that's me.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be upset. That's me, like.
Yeah, I appreciate that though.
But I want you to message and say something so we can have the conversation.
Right.
Like I don't mind having the conversation again. Let's have it.
Me too, bro.
So that's where I'm at with it. Like I'm all for a conversation. I love to talk.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely feel that.
It makes it so much easier, especially when you got people who likes to talk too, like.
Right. And who's passionate about the same thing that you are interested in talking about.
Yeah. And then hearing other people's perspective is really hard. Like, and it changes the next time you have a conversation. When you hear so many people's perspectives, like, okay, I wonder what they about to bring to the table now when we have this conversation. and I love that guessing game of it, like what it is.
Yeah, man, and also the openness that it gives you. Like when I meet somebody with a perspective that differs from mine, and I am also convinced that they're a good person,
Mm-hmm.
I automatically stop associating that opinion with bad person. Like I automatically breaks the association where it's like, okay, this person can feel this way and still be like a decent person. And after so many times of that happening, you stop associating bad people and like the idea becomes the bad thing, as our Christian compadres would say. Love the sinner, hate the sin.
Yeah.
So
with that, is it hard for you to build relationships?
it is real easy for me to build relationships as long as I am not guarded. Like, it's easy for me to have relationships. It's easy for me to connect with people. But because it's so easy, bro, I can be friends with anyone.
Yeah.
That opens you up to be, like, taken advantage of or hurt. But and those are things that just...
Well, as men,
come with it.
We've spoken this. I think it's easy for men to build a relationship, though.
I don't know if that's the case.
You don't think so?
I don't know if that's the case.
Really?
Yeah, but you got to remember, bro, like, we differ. Like, it's easy for you to build a relationship because, like, you play video games. Right?
Yeah.
Like, there are some people that are interested in such different things.
Yeah, like books and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I mean, sure.
But, like, I think it's, like, for men, though, it's easy because it's, like, what Pretty Social was speaking of, like, we don't have this, we don't have to portray this image. We can just be ourselves, and niggas just accept that shit, like, okay, this my...
To a certain degree.
Like, I would call them weird, but I got weird dudes who fuck with books. Like, my dude, he reads.
Who fuck with books?
That's
Did you hear you, bro?
No, but I don't mean it like that, but, like, I'm a gamer, you call me a nerd. I would call a book...
That's dweeby, bro. You play video games every day, that's dweeby.
No, it's not. But
it is.
I got a dude who reads before he go to sleep every night.
That's hard.
I fucks with him so much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't share that interest,
right,
but we still click.
Right.
Like, he likes to talk. Matter of fact, I got to hit him up too. But he likes to talk. I like to talk. We go click right there. Is that
Sure.
Like, and he, outside looking in, he's a very weird dude. Like, he'll trip over nothing. Like, but he can make a friend. He made me as a friend and almost took no effort. Damn, it took no effort. But I don't think it's the same when it comes to the opposite sex, like, for women, like.
I don't know. It's hard for me to want to speak on that, but this is called Overly Opinionated, so let's do it.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if it's because they are unwilling. Like, I'm not unwilling to meet anyone, but I think that there's a certain degree of competitiveness that comes with an interaction between stranger women that almost makes it seem like I don't want to like this bitch.
Yeah. It's like they have to portray like they got it all together.
Ooh, I just had a thought. Literally right this second, I just had a thought. I wonder if all of our efforts in hoping someone likes us are put into women. So much so that, like, when you meet someone, that stress it's ingrained in us. The stress of, oh, I hope she likes me.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I'm like who she would want me. We have had so much of that. Like, we have been raised with that our whole lives, that the hoping someone likes us is like second nature, and we navigate it so easy.
Yeah. Where
I think women almost, and I don't know this for sure, but it feels like women only have to deal with that with women.
Wow. That has to be it.
I wouldn't say that has to be it,
but no, because it's like we don't look for that validation when it comes to male friends.
Nope.
At all.
Not at all.
So we don't have that pressure. You don't have to have your shit together to be a friend.
I got a couple pieces of shit.
Like, but for women, y'all have to be on the same level, like, for real, like, y'all have to be in the same race at the same pace.
Wow.
For real, like.
I'd never thought about that.
And I think that's probably why it's so hard for them, like, because I always hear guys make friends so easy, like they both of their girls could just be at the store and they're friends right there just because they share that common thing. But that's crazy. You said that's a good thought right there.
It's we save all of our hope you like us for women.
Yeah, that's it.
And I wonder if that has to do with the fact that we are expected to be the pursuers. Like, we have to deal with the rejection. It's something that, as a man, you're going to deal with. Like, you literally are, you just are going to deal with rejection.
That's not human. That's male nature to deal with that.
Yeah.
And women don't have to deal with that.
Don't have to. Definitely not to the degree that we do.
Yeah, it's not common for them to have to deal with that.
Right.
Because we're prepped for that our whole life.
Our whole life. Not just prep for it, man. You just do. You literally just do. Like, you deal with it. Like, you're going to.
That's so crazy. I want to hear their thoughts on that. Because
Me too.
I think that's it.
It's, man, one of the things that I hate so much is having to speak for, like, a perspective that I don't have.
Yeah.
Like, one that I can't, like, don't get me wrong. I can put myself in the perspective of people that I've had the conversation with before. Mm-hmm. But, dog, I've never had this conversation. Like, I don't know why.
Right.
And when we do have the conversation with women, they say, I don't know why. It's like, no one knows why y'all deal with what y'all deal with when it comes to, like, the cattiness between women. But they will admit that there is a cattiness between women. But, yeah, for men, like, it's real easy to make those connections because...
That's so... And I love that, too. I love how it's easy for us just to be friends.
What I do find interesting, though, is that we don't take sides the same way.
What you mean?
If, let's say, women are saying that this one guy is a piece of shit, like, when they say that, I'm actually on the side of, like, he might be, but also maybe he isn't. In my experience, if you accuse a woman in front of women, they are automatically defending her.
Yeah.
Like, we're not on teams against them until the story is already out. Uh-huh. I think they choose teams immediately. Like, they almost feel like they're every woman.
Yeah, but let's think about this. That one man can give us all the bad rap. When it comes to women, a man will accept them because they got the golden prize. You feel me?
Now, my masculinity could not agree with you more. But because I have had these conversations with women, they don't agree. They feel like they are not accepted by men.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they know men? Do they?
There is a difficulty that I have when hearing those conversations and having those conversations. The difficulty that I have is that women get to be... Man, I can hear them. I can feel them disagreeing with me right now. Wow. But women get to be so picky that when they say that they're not accepted, they mean by the one that I want.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, because... I know a handful who accept you right now. like, be specific here, like, because men will really just crack anything, bruh.
That's not what they're looking for, though.
Right, but accepted in the aspect of what?
I don't know, like, you don't want to be in a relationship with a woman who has, 3 children or something like that, right?
Right.
And I think that that's probably similar for a man. Like, a man has a harder time getting women if they have so many children.
Yes, but the men with so many children will accept them. But that's just not who they want. So that truly goes back to what you said. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I think it's simply by who they want. And that's it.
Man, I don't want to outwardly agree with that just because I have experienced this conversation and women disagreed. Now, I've never fully bought into their idea that men get to be the choosy ones. Like, I couldn't disagree with that more.
Yeah, right. That's just in what world? Because it can't be Earth. We can't be talking about this one, right?
But I think I think that's their experience.
I would love to meet them because I don't think I came across a guy who was the picker. Like, you just get picked. If you get picked, you get dapped up. Like, that's it. You don't do the picking. That's not how that works.
Right. No, I like I said, man, that's my experience too. My experience is that men are the chasers. There are way fewer men that get to choose who they're with than there are women.
And the ones that do get to choose, they still get turned down.
Yeah, of course.
Right. At a high rate, but just less than that average man.
Right. Exactly. But that's my experience. But I think the female perspective would say otherwise. But I was trying to tie that into the idea that, like, it's more difficult for women to be friends with women than it is for men to be friends with men. And I think the connection is that there's a certain relationship that men have to women that I think influences the relationship that men have to men. We're chasing women, and man, I wish there was a way to say this that didn't make us all sound like such dirtbags. But everything we do.
I already know what you're about to go with this.
Everything we do is to be more attractive to women. Like, everything we do is in pursuit of being attractive to as many women as possible, because we don't get to pick, and you want to be an option for as many women as you could possibly be. And I think that affects how much we're willing to feel that way towards another man. Bro, all my effort is I got nothing else for you.
Yeah.
And I think that other men are on that same page. Like, yeah, fam, me too.
And then right there, it builds a friendship because y'all feel the same. Like,
yeah.
So that's why, again, it's so easy to make a friend as a guy. But this is what I want to ask you. Do you think a man's friendship is more genuine than a typical female's friendship with another female?
Good question.
I could be biased, but I'm going to say a man's friendship is more genuine.
That's a good question. I think that... I think if we're talking about typicality, then the more male friendships, like a higher percentage of male friendships, are deeper than... The average male friendship is deeper than the average female friendship. But I think the deepest female friendship is deeper more often than the deepest male friendships.
That is it's a reason for that, though. Because we can only get too deep, before it becomes gay. So I say that.
No, not true.
Hear me out.
Not true.
Girl best friends will show them their titties, go to the bathroom, same stuff, and all that. We're not doing that as men, bro.
We black. We black.
What you mean by that?
White dudes see each other's dicks, bro.
Nah, chill out.
I'm telling you.
Nah.
I'm telling you.
No, bro.
Bro, listen.
No.
Listen to me.
No.
Listen to me.
No.
At work. Listen. I got friends at work. Again, I work with majority white people. Majority white men, to be specific. And I had to let a group of my homies at work know, showing me pics of dicks, that's not... That's not funny.
What?
That's not a joke to me.
You dead ass?
Like, that's not, I'm not amused at all.
Bro, what?
Yeah, so there was a picture, and a lot of our white listeners already, like, they been knowing. But like, there's a joke where you say, "Look at this watch that my friend just got," and it's a dude showing his watch, and in the background, like under the watch, is a nigga's dick, and it's like, that's like hilarious. Like, oh, you got me, Steve.
Bro,
Like,
what?
Bro, that's not.
Are you dead ass?
Like, you got me, Steve.
Bro, that's a real thing.
Bro, not only is it a real thing, it happened probably 3 times within a month, and after the 3rd time, like, I didn't react well the first 2 times. Like, I didn't have a reaction, and if I did, like, hey, get that shit the fuck out of here, type shit. But then, like, the 3rd time, I'm like, hey, yo, don't share that with me. Like, that's
oh my god,
that's not a joke to me. Like, this is not, like, I'm not.
Nah, that's a different world, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So,
bro, my mind is blown right now, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
no, I can't act. Listen, if I ask you this at work, man, I might quit.
If you what?
If this is how they get down at my job, I might quit. That is so. I'm not understanding what's funny about that. Like,
yeah, but I'm not saying that there's nothing funny about it. Just that's not.
Yeah,
that's not comedy to me.
Yeah, it's, at all, not even the slightest. But
that's how they get out. So what I'm saying is, like, yeah, we don't joke like that, but they definitely joke like that.
No, but in the females aspect though, they're not joking. Like, they're just naturally
right.
We can't do that
unless you play sports.
No.
Niggas get naked in the locker room, bro. You tripping?
Not in the basketball locker room.
Niggas get naked in the locker room, bro.
Nah.
You tripping?
Nah. Yeah, that's never in my life, man.
Yeah, y'all niggas was homophobes.
Nah, hey, that. Now, back in the day, I know that was a thing. Showering up. No, they took that shit out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but that's because it used to be normal, like. But now it's not. But
I think it's equally as normal now at like the higher levels. I think in high school, men are so afraid to be gay. Like, they're so afraid to be seen as gay.
Like, I don't know the college locker room and all that. I don't know the atmosphere. But I will hope it's not like that.
Right, because you still trying to avoid being gay.
Well, not. I just can't imagine it being like that. Like,
that's because you weren't there. You didn't deal with that.
So if that's the case, do you think a lot of male friends get to that level of the female?
That's tough for me to answer because I only have so many friends and we don't get out like that.
Would it shock you? If,
no,
that was
but only because a lot of the podcasts that I listen to, they see each other's meat, bro.
Yeah, that's actually pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That would be the end of our group chat, bro.
Oh, wait. This is a bit of a side note, but I have to say it. And I have to see where you are on this. Being a man, and I'm about to disappoint so many female listeners. Being a man and taking pisses in public men's bathrooms, you niggas really don't wash y'all's hands.
That's a fact.
That is disgusting.
That's really a fact.
Like, why the fuck aren't y'all washing your fucking hands?
Like, I really don't know.
Bro, do you wash your hands?
Not every time.
That is insane to me.
I'll be allowed to say that's every time.
Bro, that is crazy.
So, for me, because normally I'm always peeing at work, but it's like my hands are filthy. First off, pause. This super pause. I don't touch my dick when I pee. Okay, like I just too much information, but I just whip it out. Like I wear basketball shorts, so it's easy. So I don't want. I be having my hands be black from my job, like so. I don't want that touching me at all. And that's it. And then I'm normally not in the house when I'm peeing at work. It's always just outside. So I have access to a sink. It's just all the way out my way, like. But if I'm like in the airport or something, I definitely do, because that. People are disgusting.
These are the situations that I'm talking about, bro.
Oh, like in places like that?
My man.
Oh, yeah.
I work in an office.
So, yeah. No, definitely. And I don't even touch doorknobs when that shit makes me so uncomfortable.
Bro, I work in an office.
But if I'm at work, I'm never in the bathroom peeing, so no, I'm not washing my hands.
These people are, like, pissing. And all right, so look, it's gross that you not washing your hands.
I want to say something too. It's I think about that so much. I want niggas to know I wash my hands. I come out with my paper towel, or I'm going like this, drying it like this, because I know.
A little saucy.
I see the video, the blower.
No, I know.
Get you more dirt. Yeah, I'm a fan.
I seen it too. You
I'm a fan now, bro. So
nah, TikTok really changing our lives, bro.
Yeah, but so that's what I want, cause yeah, niggas really don't get down with that like.
No, so there's so here's a camaraderie that I don't fuck with in male culture. You know how there's a camaraderie in racist culture where, like, I've heard white people say, the problem with being white is that racist white people just sit down and start, like, talking racist to you as if you agree. Like, they just assume you agree. You've heard that before, right? You niggas need to stop not washing y'all's hands in the bathroom with me in there as if I'm on your side. I think you're disgusting.
But
I think you're sick.
But you gotta understand, women always say men are nasty.
No.
You just agree with women now.
Listen to me. Women don't know how few men wash their hands. Like, women, if you're listening right now and you encountered 6 men today, only 2 of them washed their hands when they took a piss in a public bathroom.
I think it's lower than that.
It is insane, bro.
I think it's lower than that.
And the last...
My fiance, my witness, my hands will come out wet every single time, man.
So, I work in an office. There's like an average of 2 men every time I go in, not including me.
Mm-hmm.
I say we're at like 40% hand washing. 40% of every man that's in there, not including me, is going to wash their hands. I went to Vegas in July, and the airport, I mean, we're talking about hundreds of men. And so few people washing their hands, dog. Yeah. Like, it is so few of y'all. And the biggest problem that I have with that, first off, it's gross that you're not washing your hands. Mm-hmm. And the argument that I hear is that, like, oh, my dick is the clean part. Like, I took a shower and my dick ain't touched anything. It's like, bro, you are making everyone else touch your dick.
I have never heard that argument in my life.
Like, bro,
wow.
You are no one consented to touching your meat but you. When you don't wash your hands after you touch your meat, now everyone's touching your meat. You shake their hand, you touch the doorknob. Like, bro, that's not cool. But my biggest problem is the fact that you have no shame in a room filled with motherfuckers. Like, bro, even if I wasn't going to wash my hands, which that's not a thing. I always wash my hands. Even if I wasn't going to wash my hands, if you're in there and I know you're going to be a witness to me not washing my hands, I'm washing my hands.
Now, time out. Now, when I left your house, you see me wash my hands, like.
No, I don't remember you washing
your
hands.
I swear I did, bro.
I don't know, bro.
I'm commenting on your seat?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
What?
Bro. I think you was trying to like make it seem like you washed your hands. Like you commented on the sink. You was like wiping your hands down, like you was going tripping. Overboard,
like,
on the washing. Okay. You basically was like, hey, did you see I took the trash out? Like, I don't even believe that you took the trash out.
So, for me, and then I want you to know they changed the culture because they know men don't wash their hands. Notice there's no doorknobs you got to touch now. You can just go in and go out. Like the sinks.
No, I don't see that.
Well, there's no sometimes like.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Like. So now they put the blower. They try to make it as easy as possible for guys. Man.
No, bro, niggas is disgusting out here.
I don't know why.
They really don't.
I don't have an answer for that. I really don't.
And by the way, man, I wish I could say names. I wish I was really a grimy nigga because I would call y'all out because I remember every single fucking one of y'all. The niggas that come out of the fucking stall.
I'm not a stall user.
You know they just took a shit. They will turn on the water, put their hands under it, rub their hands together, and then flick the water down and grab a paper towel. Like, bitch, if you don't wash your doo-doo fucking fingers...
It's better than nothing, though, right?
No!
What?
No, bro.
So you rather them just walk out?
Bro, they are dripping doo-doo water now.
No,
like, no, now you put the doo-doo on shit.
You rather them just walk out?
Yeah.
Man, come on, man. They added soap. Right?
No.
What?
No, bro. This is what I'm saying.
Wow.
Like, bro, you think you just fooled us? Like, you think you fooled me?
So, I have a question. How much
Niggas is nasty, bro.
How much of a bozo
I'm not off of this.
would you look like if you commented on that in red-handed, like, bro, you're not gonna wash your hands? How do you look?
I don't think you look like a bozo, and I don't know why I don't do that.
Is it your business?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, man. These are people that I interact with.
So how don't that not make you become like, oh no, I don't do the shaking hands?
I don't. Knuckle touch, bro. Knuckle touch. I'm trying to bring the bow. I'm trying to bring the bow back. I'm trying to go back to ancient China. I'll be bowing to motherfuckers now. Like, hey. Yeah.
Wow. But yeah, you never commented on it at all?
I don't think I have.
Can you?
I think I can, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm inspired. After this conversation, I'm inspired too. Like, wow, bro, you really not gonna wash your hands?
The embarrassment that's gonna come, which is needed, by the way.
You know what it is? You know what I think it is? I just thought of this right now. I'm the minority.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking minority.
Which is crazy.
Like, I might act like if there's 3 people in there that aren't me, and one of them doesn't wash their hands, I might be the only one in there that gives a fuck. Brad and Brian might be like, no, Steve, you're good. You ain't gotta wash it. Like, he tripping.
But you gotta understand, like, they show each other their dicks.
That's true. That's true.
I
they ain't got no problem shaking
hands.
hands.
I was about to say, they wouldn't give a fuck about this shit. But it's like, I don't think I care enough to comment on it.
No, I care.
As long as I do my part.
I definitely care, bro. I definitely care. Bro, bathrooms are disgusting.
Bro,
they're disgusting.
No, men's bathroom is next level. Disgusting.
Women would tell you otherwise.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they just don't. Okay. Let me say this. I have never been anywhere that was as bad. And I've been in women's bathrooms because I have to measure buildings sometimes. Mm-hmm. I've never been anywhere worse than a men's gas station bathroom. And if my brethren would agree with me, if we're all on the same page, that's because once I open the door to the gas station bathroom, my goal is to not touch anything. Literally. So I might literally get in enough so that the door can close, whip my dick out right there, and piss. Like, from right there. Now look, I'm not saying that I'm proud of this, but it is literally kill or be killed when it comes to a gas station bathroom.
I really don't think women understand this. You may literally be walking to piss in a gas station bathroom. Yeah. Like, it's really next level disgusting.
It's next level disgusting.
Like, I would never recommend it at all.
Yeah, not at all.
Like, just don't go.
Let me tell you, like, here's the explanation of a men's gas station bathroom. I've never been in one, not one, that when I left, my shoes didn't go.
Bro, that is really a fact because...
Never been in one.
They don't care.
No, they don't. And we don't care. We can't care if there's so little care.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, I am going to wipe off the seat if it's a clean enough public bathroom. If the bathroom has already been destroyed, I can't touch anything. Like, I'm literally pulling my shit out and pissing wherever. Because I can't touch something in here, bro. I'm not touching that stall door. I'm not flushing it. I'm not touching anything.
Bro, you're
if it's
really
not automated, if it's not automated everything, Perel gonna have to do the job.
I'm gonna be honest. I would be a liar if I told you I never pissed on the gas station floor just to not get close to the toilet.
Yeah, bro. You didn't hear what I just said?
There's no way, bro. And it's the funniest thing. The soap is always full. Soap is always full in the gas station bathroom. I swear to God. The only thing missing is the tissue. Yeah. That's it. Yep. That's it. It's so crazy, man. And then the paper towels is next because there's no tissue. Like, they're not washing their hands.
Also, I don't know about women, but niggas don't flush either. And I'm not talking about a urinal. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you look in a stall.
Why do you think that is?
Marking their territory? I don't know, bro. I don't know the answer to that.
No, bro. Because I never understand that. I don't use urine, or I only use urinals. I don't use public.
No, sometimes you gotta go to the store.
Never,
bro. If it's full,
I have never had to use a public toilet.
Huh?
Bro, I could just hold it. I have never been in a situation. Or a house, I use that toilet, but like a airport or something like that, never had to.
So you wait until the urinal's open?
Yeah.
Oh, nah. Bro, if the urinals is full, I'm gonna go piss in the stall.
Yeah, you mean full as one guy space, one guy...
Yeah.
Okay, you never go...
That's another fucking thing. Again, this might be...
Now, I may understand that now.
I'm almost certain that this is a black and white thing. Because, like I said, I work with mostly white dudes.
Uh-huh.
3 stalls. They'll post up right next to you. Turn, look you, like try to make eye contact and ask you,
dead ass?
like start asking you questions and shit. Like, hey, how's it going? Like, fam, I'll talk to you with my willy back in the...
You work with some weirdos, bro.
Nah, so look.
What?
So there's this black dude who just started recently. So the situation was that it's only two urinals, and he's at one of them. So I'm going to the next stall.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, nah, like we washing our hands. He was like, nah, I appreciate that, bro, because people really are staying right next to you. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, it's like they don't know the rule. And he like, man, this one time I was pissing and dude looked over and he was like, you got a good streak going. I'm like, bro, what? You got a good streak going?
Bro, there's no way. That can't be real
life.
Bro.
Real life, bro.
I think you opened my eyes to a new world. I did not think that was a thing, bro. I really didn't.
That's real shit.
No, that shit nutty, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is... And it's funny because I don't think I was ever taught this.
No, you weren't.
Like, privacy was just a thing.
Yeah.
Like, why is that normal for them?
No, I don't know, bro.
I can't condone that, bro. That's next level. That's just not in me, man.
Yeah, but for all the ladies out there, if you want to find the bottom of human society, walk into a men's gas station bathroom, because you are absolutely standing in body fluids, no question. Like, it's not possible unless it is the cleanest gas station bathroom. I've never seen one. I've never seen a clean gas station bathroom.
There's no such thing.
Like,
it smells like piss when you walk in.
It smells like everything in there. Like, it smells like everything in there.
And the nastiest thing is you have to touch the door to open it.
Yep. And that's the word. Once I open the door, like, I'm not touching a goddamn thing else. Like, there is nothing else that's getting touched.
Like, it's funny because they really don't understand. Like, the door be shut and they think, oh, it's probably nice as the women's. Nah. Not at all. It's a dungeon.
I don't know. Women say that the women's bathroom is nasty. I just doubt that there's women, like, squatting on the floor. And, like, I have personally pissed on the floor. Like, I have personally, like, and I'm not talking about a gas station bathroom that has stalls and, like, a urine. I'm talking about, this is a one-person bathroom.
One toilet.
It's just a toilet that is
mirror.
4.5 feet that way, and I'm not walking that far. Like, I'm not going that far in there. If any of my person touches anything in this room, I fail.
And there was always tissue on the floor. Always, bro.
Always.
I don't know why, but there always is.
Always,
like,
bro.
Dudes.
And for some reason, the plunger always looked like it's been used recently. Like, what the fuck was y'all doing in there, bro?
I'm telling you. It's the nastiest place you can go.
And then you get out of there, I use like a half a bottle of Perel when I get out there. Because I'm not washing my hands in there. I can't touch the sink. I'm using a half a bottle of Perel when I get out of that bitch, bro. I'm going to smell like rubbing alcohol at the end of this, bro.
They really don't understand how bad it is, man. It's like something they should be happy about, because it's really, that shit is a battle, bro. That shit is a battle. But, dude, I went on a road trip with my daughter, man, and she just had to go pee. So I have to take her in the men's bathroom, bro. And you ever tried to, like, levitate with a kid in your head?
I have never tried that.
Oh, so she's in my arms. I'm not about to let her touch this toilet. I did not want my feet on this ground, bro.
Of course not.
I didn't, but I had to suck it up. I carried her in the whole bathroom, the whole trip. Swear to God, bro. She did not touch that floor yet.
I wonder if because like I said, I have this conversation with my wife sometimes, and she's convinced that female bathrooms get worse. And I think that's because, like, period pads and tampons and shit like that. Like, trust me, those ain't laying around in the men's bathroom. Uh-huh. But I don't know. I'm curious to know whether women have walked into a women's bathroom regularly and thought to themselves, I don't want my feet touching the ground.
I don't think so. Like they don't just... I have seen niggas shit in the urinal.
Yeah. Yeah.
First off, you are brave as fuck.
Yeah.
Because there's no stall
you
here.
That, yeah.
First off, there's no stall here.
Oh, yeah.
So someone can walk in and see you like, bro, you're next level disgusting. Like, bottom line.
Yeah.
I don't think women have to deal... Well, they don't have to deal with that. They have stalls.
Right.
So it's like, no, we got the bottom of the barrel, bro.
I don't know that for sure,
bro.
But I feel like there's a way lesser chance that they are tiptoeing on the ground in the bathroom, which is the case when I go to a gas station bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on my tiptoes and I'm standing right the fuck in.
That shit is really just...
You ever aim for the toilet or no?
I don't care, no. I just want to get out. Like, that's it. I'm just got to do my 1-2 and I'm out of here.
Yeah, no, sometimes I aim for the toilet, though.
It's just I feel bad for the person who got to clean it. Not that they
don't do it.
Not that they do
That's
it.
the problem.
Yeah.
Bro, you walk in there and you smell piss from 1980. Like, bro, oh, man. And it's crazy because my whole family will remember this because they were with me on this trip and the female's bathroom was closed. I think we were going to Columbus and we had to stop to piss. Like, we just couldn't, like, it wasn't possible that we hold it. So we stop at this, it was a BP. We stop at this BP, and it's one of them outdoor bathrooms.
Yeah.
Like, you literally have to go in, ask for the key, and come back out. And they were like, yeah, the women's is closed. Now, I didn't hear that because I got the men's key. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm going in there. One of the worst bathrooms I've ever seen. It was like I opened the door, first thing I see is a bug. I'm pissing on the floor. Look, bro, there are some telltale signs that, like, there's no way, like, once my foot sticks, first step, I'm pissing on the floor. Like, my goal is to not touch anything and to make sure my piss doesn't get on my own shoes. And that's it. Like, as long as I get out of here. So I aim for the toilet. I right hand the door handle, left hand my willy, and I'm just aiming at the toilet at this point, right? So I come back out, and my mom doing like a piss dance, like she doing that back and forth little kid walk, right? And I'm like, why you ain't pee already? She was like, the women's is closed, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit. Like, you're gonna think less of me.
And then she would never understand it wasn't even your fault.
You're gonna think less of me, but you're gonna want to put down
everything,
paper towels, fucking toilet paper.
To the toilet.
Yeah,
like, that shit is crazy, bro.
You need to wrap yourself in rubber to just get into this bathroom.
Insane, a whole Tyvek suit just to go pee, man.
Yeah, for real.
That shit.
But like, what can you do?
You did exactly what you were supposed to
do. I had to do it. Some of it got in the toilet.
That shit is hilarious, man.
Yeah. I don't really know how to button this podcast up. This is almost this was a fun one. Yeah. This is what I expected the podcast to be more of, and honestly, for the people who wanted to know like what the podcast is, like what kind of podcast is this, or the people that have expectations of the podcast, just know that those ain't going to be met every time you listen. This is just a couple homies having conversations, and that's the only thing that you can guarantee, that we really homies in real life, and we have these kinds of conversations on and off the pod. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully you know, and ladies that are listening to this, and no men that will listen to you, please urge them to wash their hands in the bathroom. Because I'm not even joking, they don't. Like, the chances that your man is the one that does is so low.
What? They about to start checking hands when they come out the bathroom.
You really gotta sniff these niggas' hands, bro.
They're not even damn.
But maybe that's why they, like, rinse their hands in the sink, because they like, oh, at least, like, no, it's water. Like, bro, that's dirty water. You dirty. You a dirty nigga.
It's funny because you might as well just throw soap on it. You halfway there. Just throw the soap on it.
I think you're underestimating how little time they're at that sink. They will literally open the door to the stall, walk to the sink, paper towel time.
Oh, wow.
Paper towel time. No, niggas is dirty, bro. Like, y'all, women really need to start.
Don't let them in the room. Nah, go back to that sink.
Hey, Brad, where you going? Brad, where you think you going?
Man, I hope women wash their ass.
I don't want to think about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to think about
that. Nah, y'all gotta share y'all opinions on this one.
I don't want to think about that.
Like, we need both sides.
I want to assume that they do because I don't want to think about that.
Listen,
they gotta touch shit.
Hear me out. If women say their bathroom is dirtier, you have to assume they're dirtier.
Why?
Because if their bathroom is worse than the men's bathroom, they can't be washing their hands. They gonna do all this filthy shit and just not wash their hands afterwards. Yeah, they got.
You know what? I'll just assume that they're wrong about their bathroom.
Yeah, but I can't wait for the feedback on this.
Yeah,
I really can't wait.
I just hope we're not making it worse for men out here because y'all niggas really nasty.
Niggas about to boo you.
Look, boo me, please. Look, just wash your fucking hands.
No,
I can't believe
they gonna touch you in the face.
Okay, listen. Don't wash your hands. Sure, like definitely wash your hands, but if you don't, at least fucking hide it, bro.
I'll wait till you leave.
Yeah, don't be in here, bro. No. Because that's almost like you almost making me complicit.
Nah.
You like, we don't wash our hands, right? It's like, no, bitch, we do.
Mind your business.
Nah, this is my business.
So you want them to stand there with their hands in their pockets until you leave? Oh, I'm just waiting for you to leave, Savon.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
You already know they're guilty there.
Facts. Just stop being guilty. Wash your fucking hands.
That's shit.
It's insane. It's insane how many, like, I don't think that I can make it real enough for y'all how few men are out here washing their hands. It's so few men that I'm a man on my podcast talking about how few men are out here washing their hands.
When did you realize that?
About 2 years ago at work.
Because of the field I'm in, I don't care.
Right.
Yeah.
Because y'all niggas just nasty.
No, I just
like don't. What y'all do is like you just nasty.
Well, what we do kind of is nasty.
Yeah.
But I don't have to touch
you gotta take showers soon as you get home.
Oh, yeah. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Right.
The first thing you do.
Right.
So, but for me, it's like, I don't have to shake their hands. I don't have to pick up something after them. Like.
Got you.
So, that's why I don't think I care as much.
Right.
So, like, yeah. When they do. But if we're in a professional, like, if we're on the plane, please wash your hands out.
Bro,
we're too close quarters for you not to wash your hands.
Niggas really animals, bro. Niggas are really animals.
That's
bro.
what they naturally were, though.
Yeah,
that's what they naturally was.
No, y'all niggas. Bro. And I say y'all too, because I don't believe you, bro. Like the theatrics that you had coming out of my bathroom, bro. Like those two.
Come on, man.
You either did cocaine or you didn't wash your hands.
I told you even commented, oh yeah, that sink is close to the back or whatever the faucet is close to the back of the sink. Yeah, that shit had no room. My hand's bigger than a fucking faucet.
Right.
Like, you so full of it. I've never seen you wash your hands in my life.
I know you haven't. You don't hold hands to the bathroom.
Wasn't you a cook who didn't wash their hands?
No.
You got fired for that shit, bro. Don't lie, man. Don't lie.
Never.
No,
I'm the one really taking notes. Like, I think less of some niggas that I work with because of that.
Dead ass?
Yeah. Like, it's super egregious to take a shit, wipe your ass, and not wash your hands. That is super egregious.
Time out.
Bro, these people have children.
Is it weird I feel that way about people who take shit at work?
Look, I wasn't gonna go there. I personally wasn't gonna go there because I know I'm in the minority on this one. But yeah, public bathroom, I can count on one hand how many times that has happened to me.
bro, it has never happened, bro.
I'm proud of you too. I can't,
yeah,
bro. Diarrhea sometimes, bro. That shit hit you like you gotta,
bro,
you gotta do your thug.
I thank God that I had never had diarrhea in a public place.
Yeah, good for you, bro.
Yeah, for real.
That. If that was true, I'd be in the same boat. I never would have.
Like, bro, that I just don't. I truly don't see how people can do it.
I can only poop somewhere I live.
That's it. That is it. There's no exceptions, man.
Yeah.
Like, that shit just too uncomfortable for me.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I'd rather hold that shit till I get home.
Facts.
Man. So I look at people, bro, I work with some niggas who do it daily.
Yeah, me too.
At our job.
Me too.
Like, nah, man.
Me too.
You different.
Me too.
Like, any toilet is their toilet.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
They call them road games. That's an away game for them, gang.
That shit is disgusting, man. I look at you differently off that alone. Like, just doing that action.
I ain't want to say it just because, like, you know, that's just me though. Like, that's just me. I can't do that. Yeah. I can't do that.
They built different.
They are definitely built different.
So, and then again, we are the minority.
We definitely the minority. Definitely, like, most people don't think this way.
And I agree. Not wash your hands just make it a little worse.
Bro, no, it makes it all the worse. That's the bad thing. Like, it's like, I'm the minority, and you know what? Public shits is probably like, that's probably fine. But what's not fine is shitting anywhere. It doesn't matter if you at home, you in public. If you don't wash your hands after you wiped your ass, bro, are you kidding me? Like, that's so nasty. And then they out here touching things after. Like, bro, that is insane to me.
They really got shit everywhere. No, niggas is different, man. They just different.
That shit gross, bro. But yeah, I don't know how we devolved into that, but I'm happy. I'm happy we did because y'all really need to know. Like, I feel like y'all didn't know, and now y'all know. But yeah, like this show is going to be whatever the conversation ends up being in the moment. So your expectations, we appreciate them, but at the same time, sometimes we gotta break the mold. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah, but still tap in with us. Let us know what y'all feel. Let us know if you wash your hands in the bathroom. Let us know how you feel about making new friendships and maintaining relationships within your own sex and non-romantically. And yeah, hit us up. OOP Boys.
Feedback.
Yeah, any type of feedback. OOP Boys at OOP Boys on Twitter. The Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com and The Overly Opinionated Podcast on Instagram. Hit us up. Talk to us. Literally anything.
Anything.
And
we will respond every single time.
Every single time. We appreciate y'all listening.
Thank you.
See y'all next Wednesday.